Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. Here sitting at my conference table. Look at this. You know, this is where I'll have the meetings and I'll tell, when I break it down to my employees, hey, we got to fix this, or you're doing a great job on these things and let's try to improve even more on some of the other stuff we're doing. In this video, we're going to have a quick video. This is, do you deserve bad credit? That's a crazy statement that I'm making. But when you are looking at the comments from individuals, when you're evaluating how people talk and what they say and what they mean to say, what they do and what they mean to do, what they're doing consciously and what they're doing subconsciously, you start to see if people deserve to have bad credit, but they're doing it subconsciously. They don't even know that they're doing it. And so let me elaborate on it so I can make you aware of some of the things that you may be doing that maybe you're just giving yourself exactly what you asked for. You are asking for bad credit. You deserve bad credit because of the things that you're doing. And it would be simple of me to just say, well, if you're not paying your bills, if you're paying your stuff late, you're messing up the algorithm, and that's why your credit score is going down. You're not making your payments on time. You're not making payments. You have all these collections. That plays a huge part of it, but isn't that what everybody else talks about? Isn't that what all the thousands of videos that are being made out there talks about? And people continually watch video after video after video, and they still have the same problem after problem after problem, because people are not getting to the root of why people have bad credit. They're not getting to the root of why they have all sorts of problems. And I don't take myself out of this equation. This is stuff that you learn over time. This is what experience brings. This is what conscious awareness brings. This is what makes one person not make the mistakes over and over again. And this is what, on the flip side, allows a person who thinks they're changing and trying to make their life better continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. See, there's this statement that I like to tell my grandchildren. And I wish I had told my children to say this to themselves when they were growing up. But I made sure my grandchildren say this. And that is, everything comes from the mind first. See, the problem is that too many people think that everything that is happening to them is coming from the outside, when really it's the reverse. Everything that happens to us is an expression from the inside. And there's some people that talk about, well, people are victims, and they're always thinking that things are happening to them and their woe is me. And, they had this victim mentality, but they don't even tell you how you can flip around the victim mentality. They say, well, you got to have this bootstrap mentality and be rugged individual and all of this stuff. And yeah, you do have to have courage, and you have to go for it, and you have to fight for what you want. But that's still not the answer if you don't have the process in your mind that you control the outcomes that happen to you in your life. Now, I don't want someone raising their hand saying, well, I was in a car crash the other day and this person ran into me. I didn't control that outcome. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about, if you have bad credit, the things that you've done in your life, you got to take responsibility for, because those are the things that you had control of from the inside, and you projected that You express that projection, and that's what you got on the outside. So you not paying your bills did not come from you just not being able to pay your bills. That came from you expressing something about what you wanted to see on the outside, either subconscious or consciously, about yourself. And that picture came to you. So if you have your picture in your mind of you're an irresponsible person, and this could be on a subconscious level from something that you've learned and saw and in your past when what your family did and what they put into you, that could be something that is in you and you are not even fully conscious of it. You just feel comfortable with that expression and you do things, and they could be unconsciously doing them, where you just don't pay your bills on time. And you know you got to pay your bills on time. And you know that you got to take the money out of that account to pay your bills on time. And you don't pay your bills on time. You know that you got bills coming up, and you know that you shouldn't spend money that you should be allocating towards your bills, and you still spend that money. The root of the problem is, why do you do that? And that's what a lot of people don't talk about. So if you in your mind know and you are awakened that the decisions that you make in your mind are what's going to appear on the outside, you will erase yourself from being a victim. You will erase yourself from being reactive, because you will be the one who will be putting the actions together to express what you want to see on the outside. But one thing that a lot of people have problems with that is that they're not used to doing it. And so they'll have this very uncomfortable feeling when they start to take full responsibility of their actions. And your body is not used to doing that. So it will react a certain way when you try to do something different. That's why when you're trying to lose weight, your body will give you headaches because it'll say, you do this. We are always eating this. We eat at this time. We snack. We do all of this stuff. Your body will start to react because it's in that habit pattern. But we all know that if you overcome that habit pattern, your body will start to react the other way that you wanted it to react. Same thing with paying your bills. Same thing with your credit, is that if you start to do the things today and you build upon them, but the way that you have to build upon them is you have to say that everything comes from here first and feeds through the body, rather than the body feed into the mind. Because if you feed from your reactions that you have from your body, feed from the reactions that you have from what happens on the outside, your mind is going to be racing. You're not going to have any control, and you're just going to stay in the same habit pattern that you've been in before. So what you have to do is you have to understand that your thought process is actually an expression of your value, of what you value yourself in your life. And I know that might be hard for some of you to even understand. I'll admit, when I was in my teens and I first came across this concept, that was told to me that your value of yourself is an expression of what you think about yourself. It is not the reverse. You don't get $1 million and then become a person that's a millionaire. You could still have that weak mindset, that poor mindset, and you will spend all of that money. That's why you'll see people that are sports stars and people win the lottery and all of a sudden they lose it all. That's because they are expressing on the inside that they're still poor, even though they might have things on the outside that show that they have money, that they have opportunity. If you don't fix it in your mind, all of that stuff will eventually catch up and it will erase, and you will get what you asked for. And the other thing is, when you express, those expressions express who you are. You may not even be knowing that you're doing it. You're wondering why people are reacting to you a certain way. It's because you are telling them how you want them to react towards you. And a lot of people do this unconsciously. When you go to work, be your best. Wake up in the morning, be your best or be better. Jump up out of bed. If you got to get out of bed, you might as well jump up